Space exploration is taking its next big step. With major players back in game, the space race is revived, this time with the aim for human space flights to the orbit, the moon and the ultimate goal, Mars. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new age of space exploration. This is Question Mark channel and welcome to Destination Space. Hey guys, welcome to the Question Mark channel. Today, we will be discussing the second Soviet spaceflight program, the Voskhod project. The Voskhod project was the second Soviet human spaceflight project. Two one-day crewed missions were flown using the Voskhod spacecraft and rocket, one in 1964 and the other one in 1965. And two dogs flew on a 22-day mission in 1966. Voskhod development was both a follow-on to the Voskhod program and a recycling of components left over from the program's cancellation following its first 6 flights. The Voskhod program was superseded by the Soyuz program. The Voskhod spacecraft was basically a Vostok spacecraft that had a backup, solid-fueled retro rocket added to the top of a descent module. As it was much heavier, the launch vehicle would be the 11A57, a Molniya 8K78M with the Block L stage removed and later the basis of the Soyuz booster. The ejection sheet was also removed and 2 or 3 crew couches were added to the interior at a 90-degree angle to that of the Vostok crew position. However, the position of the in-flight controls was not changed, so the crew had to crane their heads 90 degrees to see the instruments. In the case of Voskhod 2, an inflatable exterior airlock was also added to the descent module opposite to the entry hatch. The airlock was jettisoned after use. The apparatus was needed because the vehicle avionics and environmental systems were air-cooled, and depressurization in orbit would cause overheating. A solid-fueled braking rocket was also added to the parachute lines to provide far a softer landing at touchdown. This was necessary because, unlike the Voskhod descent module landed with the crewmen still inside. Unlike Vostok and the later Soyuz, Voskhod had no launch abort system, meaning that the crew lacked any means of escape from a malfunctioning launch vehicle. Voskhod had a solid-fueled backup retro rocket on top of the capsule in case the main one failed, as it did on the Voskhod 2. While Vostok lacked this feature, it was not considered a problem since the spacecraft would decay from orbit within 10 days. Relatively lightweight, Voskhod was well below the 11A57 booster lift's capacity, meaning that it launched into a much higher orbit and would not decay as quickly. While the Vostok program was dedicated more towards understanding the effects of space travel and microgravity on the human body, Voskod's 2 flights were more aimed towards spectacular firsts. Although achieving the first EVA, that is extravehicular activity or spacewalk, became the main success of the program, beating the US Project Gemini to put the first multi-man crew in orbit was the objective that initially motivated the program. After those goals were realized, the program's planned to focus on other advances the spacecraft could accomplish, such as longer duration and a second female flight. However, there were delays preparing for Voskhod 3, and during that time, the Gemini program accomplished most of what had been planned for the future Voskhods. In the end, the Voskhod program was abandoned, aided by a change in Soviet leadership which was less concerned about stunt and prestige flights, and this allowed the Soviet designers to concentrate on the Soyuz program. That's it for today. Thanks for watching and do consider subscribing for more interesting content like this. Thank you.